You're watching the USA Network.
Calvin, I think I've solved the puzzle. Look, I think I know how Gunther Wagner died.
Man, what are you talking about? We already know how that big ape died.
No, I don't think we do. Not if I'm reading this letter correctly.
Okay, go on with the letter. I'm with you.
Okay, listen to carefully, man. This is very important. It says, Roxanne, I got your letter. I'm really happy you're okay in getting out of the mental institution, but forget about hooking up with me again on account of I'm quitting my job and I'm leaving town in a couple of days.
Quitting his job? I wonder what that's supposed to be about.
Catch the rest of this, Calvin. I'm not coming back either because Gunther is heading for the sunshine like he always wanted. I ain't picked a tropical island yet, but I'll send you a picture postcard. In case you think this is just a bunch of baloney and a brush off.
Hey, where's a cigarette machine around here?
Are you kidding?
Next to the bar.
Where?
Against the
Go
wall,
on.
next to the bar.
Oh, okay.
Man, this really sounds like you got something. Look, do you know when this thing was written? Was it a couple of days before he died or what?
Right. Look, Calvin, this whole thing is beginning to fall into place. Now, what I'd like to do is be able to get together with you and see if we can put the last piece of this puzzle in its right place.
Listen, Damien, I got an idea. Now, listen, I'm right here with Gavin and Jody, see?
Hey, wait a minute, Calvin. Look, don't say anything about Nora's involvement with Gunther to Jody and Gavin. I sort of promised Nora that I would keep the story away from Nicole. And if Jody hears, I'm sure she's going to tell her sister.
Calvin's taking a long time with that phone call. Hope he doesn't have to go back to work tonight. After all, Cliff and Mitzi split.
I hope he doesn't either. But just remember what you promised. If Calvin joins the acting group, you will too.
Honey, I said yes, I would, if Calvin joins. I just don't know...
Come on, I don't want to hear any nonsense about how long you'll be staying with us either.
All right, you two. You want to go back to the studio, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I got a little something new for you. Only you can't direct. This is all Tyler's show. But I think the scenario is something you're going to find real interesting.
You are being deliberately mysterious, buddy. Why am I gonna like the new scenario?
Look, Damien's been doing a little snooping on the side, and he's come up with a couple of very interesting facts about the victim, one Gunther Wagner in this case.
What facts?
Well, just things, Jody, things that Gunther'd been planning on doing at the time that he got killed.
All right, now you're hinting at things, but you're not really saying anything. Now, come on, don't keep us in the dark and tell us what you know.
Calvin, you do know something, and you're just holding back
Listen,
on
I
us.
cannot be any more specific than I am right now. I can't put the two and twos together myself yet. It's all in Tyler's head. It's something he's working out, but he wants us to meet him and give him a hand.
Then tell us how
I
we
am
can help.
trying to, if you just hold tight a second, all right? Now, he wants us to meet him over at Jim Dietrichson's studio and try again to reenact the events leading up to Gunther's shooting.
I can't say I'm crazy about the idea. I'm still recovering from the last time I went through that thing. So is Jody, for that matter. That was trauma time,
Gavin,
friend.
I know that this entire
Look,
thing has not been
Calvin,
exactly
if it's
easy.
going to be helpful to Gavin, of course we will go through it again.
Look, I don't want to build your hopes up too high, but if Tyler's anywhere near right, this could mean nothing less than a total acquittal for you, man.
What are we waiting for?
Just one more affidavit, Valerie. Again, by the check mark.
I never signed my name so many times in one day. This one I feel like I'll sign anything.
This is the last of the lot. I'm sorry there's so much red tape, but at least this will mean you can breathe a little more easily. All these affidavits will start the legal machinery for the settlement of your father's estate.
Well, thank heavens for that. I hope this means there won't be any future entanglements either.
There'll be no more worries on that score.
Good, I was beginning to feel like I'd be dealing with these complications for the rest of my life.
I'm sure it must have seemed that way.
Mike, does this mean that Valerie won't see any money at all from her father's estate?
I'm afraid so, but it will guarantee that she has no responsibility for any taxes or debts that Dr. Bryson may have left behind.
Mike, I want to thank you. I know how much trouble you've gone to for me, and I'm very, very grateful.
I'm glad I was in a position to help.
Well, you're like one of the family now, Val.
Well, I think that's going a little bit far, Kelly.
Oh,
Well, there's more truth than fiction in that, Valerie. Nancy and I have come to think of you as kind of a surrogate daughter.
Oh, I'm so touched and flattered that you feel that way.
I don't know if you were aware that Nancy and I do have a daughter. Her name's Lori.
No, I wasn't aware.
yeah, she's my cousin, but I've never met her.
A few years ago, she had a lot of difficulty. A really bad time put her in a state of severe depression.
Oh, Mike, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. What happened to her? Where is she?
She's an outpatient now, working in an office in Seattle. Unfortunately, she's reluctant to keep in touch with us until she's completely well again.
That must be a terrible ache for you and Nancy.
Yes, it is. Anyway, I think all that had something to do with the way Nancy and I feel about you. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no. I love it. It makes me feel like I do have a family of my own now.
Good.
You know, Monticello's been very good to me. I have a family here and new friends.
Well, I hope that all the people that you found are friends.
I think they are.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Oh, I don't have to guess on that one. You mean Jim.
That's right.
Mike, can I appeal to you? Can you convince Kelly that Jim is just what he says he is? And he's a nice, straightforward guy. Obviously, Kelly still has his doubts.
You're the only one who really knows him, Valerie. I think you'll have to convince Kelly of that yourself. I should call the office if you'll excuse me for a moment.
Listen, Val. I told this to Nancy and I told it to Mike. Now I'm going to tell it to you. I'm not going to believe any more stories about Switzerland or about who Jim Dietrichson is or isn't until someone other than Jim confirms it. Now, someone who's objective. Now, there's only one person in this country who can do that. Your stepmother. And if it means that I have to take a trip upstate to talk to her in prison, then I'll do that.
Don't you do that, Kelly. I'm sorry, but how could you even think of such a thing?
Don't you care who Jim Dietrichson really is?
Kelly, I know who he is. And I know what he's like. And I do know that I do not want to have anything to do with Beth ever again. She's part of the worst period of my life, Kelly. And you of all people should know that.
Just wait a minute, Val.
No. You know how I feel about her. You know that I blame her for everything that my father became. He never would have done those things if it wasn't for her. And I think he'd still be alive.
Val, this has nothing to do with your father. All I'm trying to do is
All you're trying to do is hurt Jim, right? That's really what's most important to you, isn't it? And you don't care if you hurt me while you're doing it.
No, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Mike, I'm just not hungry.
What about your lunch, Kelly?
Huh?
I was just wondering how you intend to eat it, with your foot in your mouth.
Bad checkup, Mom. You pray you never hear those words. But it could happen. 2 out of every 3 kids between the ages of 5 and 17 still get cavities. So don't push your luck. Make sure your family fights cavities with Crest. You see, dentists have seen clinical proof for years. More of them recommend Crest. And more dentists' families brush with Crest than any other fluoride toothpaste. After all, they want good checkups as much as you do. Crest, the dentist's choice for fighting cavities.
Dishwashing can make hands feel awful. One reason might be your dishwashing liquid. Some have more harsh ingredients than others. Hands can feel red, rough, cracked. Do dishes the Ivory way. The simple truth about Ivory liquid is hand-loving suds. Famous for cleaning dishes without all those harsh ingredients. Your hands can feel soft and smooth because Ivory Liquid is easier on them than the other leading brands. Ivory Suds have the difference you can feel.
Oh, musty odors. We need Arm & Hammer Maximum Strength Carpet Deodorizer. More odor-destroying ingredient than these combined. And while those sit on top, Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates, destroys deep-down odors.
The whole room's fresh.
They work better, cost less.
You put the Arm & Hammer baking soda in the freezer.
It's not a mistake, Harry. One box to absorb freezer odors and a fresh box to absorb refrigerator odors.
Freshen the fridge and freezer with Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda. There's a new kid on the street.
I've been hearing your name popping up all around town.
And he's got all the right moves. He's Petrocelli. He's a lawyer.
Oh, certainly, Your Honor. There's nothing lewd in that.
A lover.
That sounds great.
And the right man for the job. So watch it.
Why would we do that?
He's Petrocelli.
All right. Where and when?
Tomorrow at 10, 9 Central on USA.
Okay, you guys. They granted us a reprieve for last month's rent. But we're broke.
That's the difference between you guys and me. You say we're broke, you say we're without funds. I say we're impecunious.
Impecunious? What's impecunious?
That means we're constantly broke and without funds.
Well, whatever it means we're on the street. Directly. Unless we come up with some cash.
I wish you guys would, too, because I'm getting awfully tired of eating
Well, you're
hamburgers.
terrible. You're really terrible. You know, here we are trying to rescue a cultural endeavor, a real artistic jewel for this community, and you're talking about your stomach.
You know, I really thought that TV publicity was going to bring in some contributions from the private sector.
Private sector? Are you kidding? The only way you're going to get help from those people is if you come up with a gimmick. We gotta come up with a fundraising drive for a worthy charity.
Charity? What kind of charity?
Us. Only we say it's for orphans. Why not? Hector and I are both orphans.
Well, I got full, so I'm out.
Well, you could always sponsor a charitable organization for lovely older ladies, Johnny. I know you got a few of those.
Funny.
Yeah, why don't we put Handsome here to work?
Doing what?
I told you guys before, we need a patron of the arts. Some nice, rich type to put up the money.
What makes you think that Johnny can handle fundraising work?
What do you want me to do? Go out to the corner and shake a little tin can?
I want you to come up with a nice, rich widow.
Uh-oh.
Just who do you think I am, anyways?
Hector said you were terrific at it in L.A.
All right, so I dated a few older women in L.A. I happen to like a more mature woman.
Yeah, I noticed that.
All you gotta do is find one here in Monticello.
Yeah, I never took money from them. Never.
I'm not talking about money, not now. I know you're looking for a sponsor for a cultural endeavor, right?
Forget it, Smiley. That wasn't the private sector that I was looking for.
What could be more private? What do you say, Face? Come on, do your friends a favor, will you? Look what Jimmy's done for you.
Name one thing Jim has done.
Well, look what he's going to do. He's going to make you the leading man here at this acting company, right? I mean, isn't that what you said?
Forget it, Smiley. We'll find another way.
What do you mean?
Nobody's going to take advantage of me.
What's the matter with you nuts? What do you think show business is all about, huh? What? You've been in it 5 minutes, you ought to know. Everybody in this business uses everybody else. There are too many actors and too few parts. You get what you want any way you can get it, and you got good looks. Maybe you're a little deficient in the brain department, but you got a good look. You got a good look. Leave me alone, will you? You're a pretty face. You got charm, you got youth, you got everything going for you. Use it. Don't sit in your duff like I did, waiting for something big to happen, watching everybody else go out and take. It took me a long time, too long, to learn how to take. And let me tell you something else. This world is full of people just dying, hoping to be used. That's right, they're thrilled when they find out that they got something that you want. You can make all these little ladies happy. You know what I'm saying to you? Huh? When they find out they got something that you want, that way you can get what you want. You can get what we want. All you gotta do is reach out and take. Oh, see, I knew you'd see it my way. Oh, hey, listen, trust me, Johnny, will you? Trust me. Look, hey, I'll set the whole thing up, all right? It'll be a piece of cake for you, huh?
Look, why don't we just let this issue rest? We'll go out and eat now.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, he loves that. Look, gotta eat. We gotta keep you strong and healthy.
Oh, hi. Hi. Well, we were just about ready to go out to eat. You want to come?
No, thanks. But we'd like to use your studio for a rehearsal, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. Maybe we ought to charge him.
Does a mouthwash have to taste medicine-y to kill germs? We talked to a medicine-y mouthwash user about her mouthwash.
My breath smells like medicine, but it's killed the germs.
What if I told you Scope with T25 kills as many germs as your mouthwash?
I don't believe it.
Clinical tests prove it, and Scope leaves your breath minty.
I guess I'd have to try it. I think I found myself a new mouthwash. Okay, Scope tastes minty, and it leaves my breath fresh. And my old mouthwash just left a medicine smell.
Antiseptic Scope leaves your breath minty, not medicine-y.
These are the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Super Stick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. In natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
It's $25,000 excitement.
Bonus prize.
It's $25,000 suspense. It's $25,000 in cash, and it could be yours on
Jackpot!
Join me, Mike Garrow, each weekday when it's your turn at home to call in and solve the jackpot riddle for hundreds of prizes and a chance to win the $25,000 cash jackpot. Only on
Jackpot! Weekdays on USA. On the next, check it out.
You realize that if I get this job, you won't be serving coffee to a supermarket manager anymore.
You mean?
Yes, you will be serving coffee to a vice president.
Drip.
It seems to me Miss Cobb's interest in you is a lot more than just professional.
Are you out of your mind, Christian? The woman is all business.
No! Do you want the job or don't you?
Check it out tomorrow.
What is this? A vision entering my office? You the new replacement? I need it.
No, I was just having coffee with Barbara. She says she'll be here in just a few minutes.
Listen, I am sorry. If I'd known you were going to show up, I would not have had myself a sandwich at the hospital.
No, Miles, that's all right. All I want to do is talk to you.
All right, let's go in the office. Something's wrong. What is it?
Well, I'm a bit shaken, to tell you the truth.
About what?
I've had another one of these conversations with Nora about you and Jinx Avery.
Damn it, I've had it up to here with that. Now look, if Nora is going to continue to make insinuations like that, then I think you just ought to get rid of her right now.
No, it's not Nora this time. It's your nurse. It's Barbara.
What do you mean? What has she done?
Well, she told Nora about something that she saw in this office, something that she saw and that she heard.
Is she really? All right. Better repeat it.
Well, she said that she walked in here suddenly when she found you and Jinx in each other's arms, and Jinx was saying, now this is verbatim, "I'm not letting go, Miles, I'm not letting go."
You know, I don't like very much being put in a position where I got to defend myself when no defense is necessary. But that's the position I'm in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll tell you exactly what happened that day, and I will tell you why Barbara's interpretation of it is so totally wrong.
Well, I wish you would.
Yes. Jinx Avery was in my arms that day. So would a drowning woman have been in my arms if I was trying to save her. And yes, she said, I am not letting go. She wasn't talking about me. She was talking about Derek Mallory. She was hysterical. She was begging me not to tell Derek about her illness for fear of losing him. She said she'd finally found somebody she cared about, and she was not letting go.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, Miles. God, I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh. Oh, honey. How could I ever doubt you? Will you please forgive me?
No forgiveness is necessary. You know something? Now that I think about it, I kind of like the fact you can get jealous of me. But now you listen to me. Can't be any misunderstanding between us on this point. I love you. Only you. Always you. Oh, Dad. Yeah, hello.
Miles, it's Jody.
Hi, Jody. How are you?
Look, Miles, I know you're awfully busy, but do you think you'd come over to Jim Dietrich's studio?
You mean right now?
Could you possibly? Look, it'll only take a half an hour or so, and Calvin thinks it would be a really good idea.
Oh, Jody, you sound so urgent. What's going on?
Well, Calvin says that Damien Tyler has an idea of how and why he was struck on the head the night Gunther Wagner was killed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. I hope you enjoyed your lunch.
Oh, yes. I enjoyed the food a lot. Thanks.
Oh, Mike. Sometimes I wonder about me.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to quit when I'm ahead. That was a stupid thing to do. Tell Valerie that I wanted to go talk to her stepmother.
Cheer up, Kelly. As soon as Valerie realizes that your main concern is for her, I'm sure she's not going to hold what you said against her. I think you'll just have to tread a little more softly, that's all.
Yeah, but did you see the way that she reacted just then? I mean, she just doesn't want to know anything about Jim Dietrich and whether he's a liar or not.
You think she's really that interested in him?
Yeah, I think she's that interested in him. Well, look, suddenly she's at the acting classes all the time. Jim Dietrichson's are doing love scenes with her. The only problem with that is he's directing them. And then whenever I bring up his name, she just flies off the handle like that. Yeah, I'd say that she's interested in him, yeah.
I wonder if she would be if he proved to be a liar.
Knowing Val? No. But don't you see, that's why I have to keep pushing to prove it to her.
I have a phone call for you, Mr. Carr.
Oh, thanks.
It's your office.
Hello? Oh, yes, Phil. Oh, that's all right. I'm finished. Oh, he's there now? Would you ask him to wait? I'll be back in the office in a few minutes. Anything else? Oh? When did the call come in? Thanks a lot, Phil. You'll be interested in this, Kelly.
What's that?
A prison official from upstate just called my office to say that Beth Bryson has agreed to see Nancy.
Well, my world was dull and gray, hadn't felt the sun in days. Tried new Citrus Hill Select, what a wonderful effect. And my day gets going and my juices get flowing. Citrus Hill Select goes right to the heart, 'cause the heart is where it's pure. It's my daily sunshine cure. Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing. Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing.
This electronic timer will show how fast you can relieve sore throat pain.
My sore throat feels very red and hot.
Will you try Chloraseptic?
Sure.
Now watch the timer.
Well, that's nice. That works really good.
With doctor-recommended Chloraseptic, relief is just seconds away.
Oh, musty odors. We need Arm & Hammer Maximum Strength Carpet Deodorizer. More odor-destroying ingredient than these combined. And while those sit on top, Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates, destroys deep down odors.
The whole room's fresh.
They work better, cost less.
You put the Arm & Hammer baking soda in the freezer.
It's not a mistake, Harry. One box to absorb freezer odors and a fresh box to absorb refrigerator odors.
Freshen the fridge and freezer with Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda.
What's Cloris Leachman's heartbreaking story after her son's tragic death? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Is Jane Wyman's upcoming marriage on Falcon Crest already doomed? This week's National Enquirer tells you. What are 3 secrets to becoming a winner? Can the number of hours you sleep tell how long you'll live?
It's in the Enquirer.
How do men choose their mates? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
Where the hell is Damien?
Patience,
Why isn't
Sonny,
he here?
patience. He is coming.
From where? San Francisco?
Will you just stop fretting? He'll be here when he gets here.
Calvin, couldn't you just tell us a little bit about his theory?
Jody, look, I told you, it's Tyler's Red Wagon. He wants to pull it all himself.
Well, where was he calling from?
He was calling from Nicole's office at WMON.
Well, maybe he stopped to get a beer somewhere.
Look, Gavin, I know Tyler. He doesn't play around when it comes to work. Now just relax. He'll be here any minute.
Miles, Nicole, my God.
Hi, I was in the office when you called, and I wasn't going to be excluded from this, no matter what it
What is all of this about, Calvin? Jody made it sound very important.
Yeah, well, I think it is, Miles. Damien Tyler's on his way, and he'll have to clarify it for us when he gets here. Until that, though, the only thing I can tell you is he's got some information about Gunther Wagner. He says it's going to change all our ideas about what happened here the night he was killed.
What do you mean information? New information?
Yeah, evidently it's only an hour or so old.
Where did it come from?
That I cannot tell you.
Well, I hope it tells us who hit Miles over the head and knocked him unconscious.
We all think Skylar Whitney did it, but we don't know why.
I think I might know why.
Well, it's about time you get here.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, I'm sorry I'm late. I want to solve this thing as much as any of you do.
Okay, Tyler, it's your show, so give us when, where, and why.
To begin with, Gunther Wagner perpetrated a practical joke both on Gavin Wiley and on himself. What? What are you talking about? Well, I hope to show you exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm going to have to use this.